is Marc from jazzguitarlessons.net. So this is the video 3 of 3 on all the things you are, so making the changes, which follows a blog post, of course, which I'm going to add the link here or wherever. And before we get started, of course, just a little tuning, just to make sure we're in tune. I've been talking about this on the website a little bit these days. It's called the Polytune Clip, which is my tuner. I can't really show you the back of my neck here, the back of the guitar neck, but it's an amazing polyphonic tuner, which you may already know, the Polytune pedal, which you strike all the strings at once and it tells you which one needs tuning. This is a great product, so I'll also put a link here. Now in part 3, what are we going to explore as far as running the changes? Of course, we follow the blog post, so if you didn't see it yet, you might want to go there and download the PDF, because you have all the exercises. So you have five different exercises covered on the entire farm of all the things you are, with tabs and everything, and they cover the topics discussed in the blog and in the videos. Of course, I shot the videos because I find that I can explain more stuff in the video, and I like blabbering on YouTube, you know, that's me. So the first exercise, just to recap, was going down in third, so following the third of each chord on all the things you are, and saying, well, if we keep descending the scale, we're going to keep finding the right third for the next chord. If you go, if you keep doing this at the right scale, you're going to find the third. So what you can do is start by finding the thirds, then adding one note before it, then 2 notes before it, and then here you go, you found your thirds, your scale coming down. Then the second exercise that was in video number 2 was to use a 1-3-5-7 arpeggio that resolves down to the third of the next one like this. And in part 3 now, what we're going to do is a fancier way of approaching the arpeggios. Instead of targeting the third of each chord, well, we still target thirds kind of, but instead of being so pedantic about it, we'll work on 3-5-7-9 arpeggio. So this happens when you look at the chord, say F minor 7. In this case, 1-3-5-7, and instead of stopping at a 7, you add a 9th. You've heard those chords in jazz like everywhere. And instead of doing 1-3-5-7-9, we do 3-5-7-9. So we keep it to 4 notes per chord, but we remove the root and add an extension on top. So it goes. And this is really cool because our exercise in this case is to start on the 5th of the chords. So let's say we have F minor 7 here. The C note on the top string is the 5th. And what we're doing is coming down 5, 3, 1, 7. So we descend to the third of B flat in this way. Instead of going, we go dee da 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 da. Then from that 3, we go 3-5-7-9, and so on. So he goes. Sorry. And so on. This is probably the hardest one, and of the 3 exercises, of the 3 ways to think of of making the changes on a tune, whether it be all the things or any other tune. It's challenging because the formula is not the same for the 2 chords, the 2 consecutive chords. On the first one, the arpeggio is starting on the 5th, so on the second one, it's starting on the 3rd. So it's a 1-3-5-7 arpeggio followed by a 3-5-7-9 arpeggio, but not in that order, if that can be of any help. So it's kind of odd. What you can find also is, you see I'm doing descending and ascending. So descend, go back up for B minor 7, down for E flat 7, up for A flat major 7, and so on. So down, up, down, up, down, up. But you can also do up, down, up, down, up, down. If you decide to go up, that's where it's getting interesting, because you start on the 3rd. So say you have your F minor 7 here. You have to start on the 3rd and do 3-5-7-9 here. So 3-5-7-9 down to the 5th of B flat minor 7. 5-3-1-7. 5-3-1-7. Yeah, that's a formula, right? So 3-5-7-9, next chord, 5-3-1-7, etc. Sorry, that was an out note. So what's really interesting too is in this formula, the last one I've outlined, probably I'm not sure, I don't have the PDF in front of me now, but it's probably the last exercise in the PDF too, since it's the most challenging. What you can do is start using a flat 9 on the dominant chords that you come across. In our case, the flat 9, the first applicable flat 9 would be on the 3rd chord, so on E flat dominant 7. So you go on F minor 7, 3, 5, 7, 9, B flat minor 7, 5, 3, 1, 7, 3 on E flat minor, E flat 7. That's our dominant. So instead of going 3, 5, 7, 9, we go 3, 5, 7, flat 9, and it descends to the 5th by half step. So it sounds like this. Now you're starting to speak in a language that's common to a lot of jazz players, you know, the bebop language or whatever. You're outlining changes. In fact, it's timeless, it's international, but that's a really cool little part of the exercise. And you've heard, you know, Chet Baker and Miles Davis and Coltrane play, maybe not in that pedantic way, but you've heard that 1,000 times. So that's a really interesting exercise. So that's it for the 3 parts of the video series on all the things you are. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if there's any question by either commenting on the YouTube video here or by leaving a comment on the blog post. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Marc from jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher. Take care. See you next time.